go again.
Hi, I'm Brandon. This is Bethany. We're Fussy Meeple.
Yes,
After
we are.
a very exhausting weekend and some technical difficulties, we are back with episode, we're going to call this one episode 2 of our podcast.
1.5 last week. It's fine.
Yeah. So this one's going to be a little different. We're not playing a game this time.
No.
Because we have a bunch of goodies to go through.
Me too.
We had FlingCon this weekend, which, while FlingCon itself was great,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
we did
Always.
not enjoy our time because I decided this time that we were going to be...
enjoy it.
Yeah, we didn't enjoy it like it normally would because we decided to be vendors this time rather than just attendees. And while the vendor experience was very smooth, it was very fun. We got to network, met some
other vendors.
Yep, met some great vendors, met some great people. Got to learn from them and their stories. We could not focus as much on playing games, which is what we usually do.
Which is what we go to conventions for. It's to play games with other people.
Yep.
And it makes it kind of challenging when one of us has to stay behind with the vendor booth, because if you're not there, nobody knows who to talk to buy your product.
Yep.
So they'll just walk past. But, yeah, so there's very little gaming for both of us this weekend, and we sort of cumulatively decided that that's not how we want to spend conventions necessarily.
Yeah.
We've talked about the possibility of only setting up in the morning or setting up at specific times with different ventures. Because I'm a baker, so we wouldn't be doing his stuff in the mornings. That would just be me. But we'll see. Oh, so I'm gonna let the dog out.
Okay, that's fine. But with that, so the convention went great. They had a whole bunch of people. They gave away...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how many games do you think they gave away?
Oh, probably...
At
including the games that they gave out for people who bought 3-day passes.
Yeah.
Including those games,
I say...
plus the games in the raffles, probably...
I'm talking about just the raffles.
Oh, just the raffles?
I think
Probably
around 50, 60 games just in the raffles.
Yeah, probably about 50 to 60 games.
So, and they were good. There were definitely some good games. And
yes.
some of the ones that I was really rooting for was Unconscious Minds.
Yeah.
There's another one. And you have a large collection whenever...
Raccoon Tycoon?
Oh, yep, Raccoon Tycoon. You have a large enough collection whenever most of the collection they have, you already own.
You already own it.
Oh,
that was the other one we were looking at. So we already have Flamecraft, but they had the Flamecraft Deluxe Edition with all of, like, the upgraded bits. And, like, so I've piecemealed together Flamecraft, but I have 3D printed resources. And they had the jumbo wooden resources, and I kind of wanted those, but I kind of didn't, because I do like my 3D printed one. I don't know. But yeah, that was the other one we had our eye on.
Yep, I was about to say, because
we did not win any of these games.
Cardboard Alchemy.
We did win one.
Yeah.
We did.
Cardboard Alchemy, I know, what's it called? Is it Cardboard?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Cardboard Alchemy released their Series 2 of all of their add-ons. And I didn't notice much of a difference. But one of the biggest differences was their upgraded resources were, 50% larger with trays.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a good...
it looked really nice.
Good upgrade, and that had my eyes. It went on sale, like, the dude who won it put it on sale right afterwards, but he was trying to sell it for $200 for all in, and I...
didn't want to pay that for a game I already owned.
But now... kind of segue us into the games purchased. Speaking of purchasing games that we already owned, that was 2 of them. The first one being Fox Experiment. So Fox Experiment... Oh, okay. Fox Experiment is a game by Panasaurus Games. It's a very light game. Unfortunately, it does start off, or it can play as 2 players.
Yeah.
But the reason why I repurchased this one was because I only had the Kickstarter core box. I wanted the 5 to 6 player expansion, and the game mats were just an added bonus.
Yes.
There's
more in there.
There's the player trays.
Sorry.
So we got this, and it's not the wooden one, because that was the one thing. Whenever they released this was their first generation, and then they re-kickstarted their wooden series. What was that?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me check.
You're okay, Delilah. It might be a bird. There's a bird angrily like bouncing off of the bird feeder.
Oh, yeah.
Out there earlier, and he might have. I need to put more seeds in it. He might have come back. We have an angry bird.
But no, back to this. So we were able to purchase this, get everything in for a reasonable price, and then I decided to join into the bazaar, and I sold. All of it was new and shrink. Yes. So I sold the one that was new and shrink at the bazaar for $60, which means I basically get all of this for $40, which isn't terrible. No. Another one we get was this one is a new to us game. Yes. Is Tang Garden. Now we've played it before. We played it in Oklahoma. We loved it. And it's very pretty. This one definitely caught our eye. It was at a decent rate because the $25. Yeah, $25 for this one. Which the bazaars being the bazaar, sometimes you get. Last year was bad for me. I kept eyeing the big purchases.
Big games.
Like Deep Madness.
And all of the Tool.
Yep.
Lacerda games.
Which I definitely did not regret any of those.
Not at all. But that was just a lot of money to drop at one convention.
Yep. But so this year we were definitely a little bit lighter with it. And last but not least, for games purchased at the convention. Yep. Well, okay, we didn't already own Tang.
We did not already own Tang. We did own Honey Buzz. And I had been on the lookout for the deluxe edition of Honey Buzz, but I didn't want to spend as much money as they're trying to charge for it. Not to say that it's not worth that much. I didn't want to spend that much money. So I found the deluxe edition of Honey Buzz with the acrylic tiles and the fuzzy bees and the little honey pot and some expansions for $30. So I bought it and we sold our copy of Honey Buzz for $30. And we basically... I just traded, essentially. I traded my Honey Buzz for an upgraded Honey Buzz.
Did you only get that for $30?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was cheap.
Yeah, I bought this one for $30, and I'm very happy with it. And it has the fuzzy bees, which is what drew me to it. So, yeah. Those are the games we purchased at the convention. We won a couple things in the raffle. We won a set of... a 7-piece dice set.
We got that from
another vendor.
Yep. Onward Adventure Dice.
Yes, Onward Adventure. We got a $20 gift card to
Coliseum
Games, which is just another store here in San Antonio. And then we won... what's it called? I don't remember what it's called. Judo?
Judo, yep. This was a game, so... FlameCon works off of its sponsors, and so they had their core games that they gave away, which is kind of what we went over earlier, and then one of the sponsors, Printed Meeple game store, 3D print store here in San Antonio, they were one of their bigger sponsors too, and they donated a lot of games to be given out as well.
To be raffled off.
Or raffled,
So their raffle supports is a donation for the Cerebral Palsy Foundation. Mm-hmm. So twice a year they make a pretty big donation to them, and in return you get raffle tickets to win all sorts of games, and this is a game that we won. We don't know much about it, honestly, but it looked really cool. And it looks like you're building little shrines.
Right. Your monks you've been assigned.
You know about it.
There's a new religion you've been assigned to make.
Buddhism has arrived in Japan.
Yep.
Okay.
You're trying to build 8 tajutos.
Pagodas.
Okay. And then with that, whichever player makes the biggest one or makes the most, they're the winner of the game. Okay. So we'll definitely...
Very cute.
I'll figure out how to play this one next week. Oh, okay. But no, overall, FlameCon was a success. They did do really good. They did for the first time, they did the scavenger hunt style. Yes. What it was each of the main sponsors got a poker chip. So most of the event sponsors, if you went up to them, they had a small hey, spend $10 here, we'll give you a token.
Or play a deception game.
Yep. Was it Central Texas Werewolves?
Central Texas Werewolves, yeah. It was if you buy a sticker or if you played a deception game with them, and we play deception games with them.
Yep.
All the time.
We played, 2 rounds?
2 rounds of Blood on the Clock Tower.
Yeah.
We played Deception, which, we haven't played that game in a while. That was fun. Yeah. But yeah, so we always link up with them when we go to conventions and stuff because they're a super fun group to
If you are in the San Antonio area, Central Texas Werewolves is definitely a group to look into.
Yes.
They host little...
they host game nights.
All around,
Yeah, all around San Antonio. They do a lot of, like, deduction games. They go to all the local conventions and stuff like that, and they'll have... even beginners, if you've never played, like, Blood on the Clock Tower or Deception or Kraken or anything like that before, they'll teach you how to play it. They are so sweet and friendly. We always have a blast playing with them. Even, this time we were both the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
We were both minions this time, and that rarely happens.
It's always fun whenever our previous board game group we had in Oklahoma, we would play Deception all the time. That was one of our favorite games.
Yeah.
And there was one time where I was...
You were the murderer. I was the accomplice. And whenever they did the whole hey, flip your cards, one of the players just heard a soft chuckle between both of us and knew immediately that we were the murderers.
I think we still won that one too, though.
We did still win because she couldn't convince anybody else.
Yep. We had everybody else convinced
because she immediately voted for some, like, an incorrect combination of weapons and clues or whatever, so she was out. She couldn't, like, vote again. But she knew it was us. She just didn't know the weapon combos.
That's definitely a game we're bringing out next Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to host our first game night here, aren't we?
I was about to say some news on that front. With us moving the game room downstairs, part of that was because we hosted game nights on a weekly basis. We went to a weekly game night, and then we hosted a weekly game night in Oklahoma.
Yes.
Whenever we got down here, we didn't do either of those, unfortunately. We would try to go to weekly game nights.
They're far.
And unfortunately, it was all my own my own fault with my job. And then sometimes the amount we both worked during the week, Saturday would roll around, and we had to catch up on all the errands.
Housework and errands, and it's...
Yep. But now we're starting to gear back into that realm. We're looking into hosting game nights here at our house downstairs. We don't have to worry about bringing people up into a very small bedroom to play games. We now have our entire living room, which I'll probably do a video going over it.
Yeah,
but
we'll do a game
have a
tour.
Table over here. We have this table here that we're eventually
plenty of space now.
We're gonna look for a new table
we're looking for.
That has a wider base for some of our bigger games.
Yes.
But we'll be able to have multiple games.
I don't know. If you could fit Mansions of Madness on that tiny convention table, I think we could fit it on.
I could fit that one.
But I know. Mansions of Madness is so, like, you just never know how that map's going to lay out.
Yep. One of the games, so part of what we did at FlameCon was we did scheduled games. So I hosted one game of Nemesis and 2 games of Mansions of Madness. One of the games of Mansions of Madness I canceled. I turned it into I taught the people how to play it, just because, like, this was at the end of the time. We did not have time to go through a game, and the game I typically go through whenever it comes is the first mission. It's supposed to be 60 to 90 minutes, and I played with a group that had it go for 2.5 hours. And it was of no fault of their own. They had it figured out. It was just, for whatever reason, it dragged on a little bit more.
You said they smashed the urn, though, right?
Yeah, they smashed the urn.
I love it. I love the smash.
You know what? But they honestly wiped through
We won that mission when we smashed the urn, too. Just throwing that out
Barely.
there. If you are playing Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition and you're playing that very first mission, I implore you, please smash the urn, because that's the only time we've won that mission, is when that urn has been smashed.
No,
yes.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. Smash the urn. The ghost is going to come out and it's going to be scary.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, whatever. You're smashing an urn in a haunted house. a ghost is coming out. It's scary, but you'll win. It's fine.
Nemesis was very interesting. I was just a moderator for it because there was plenty of people who wanted to play it. So I let everybody else play it, and then I just kind of, not necessarily controlled the aliens, but controlled the event cards and handing out everything else. And everybody decided to do co-op. They didn't pick the semi-co-op methods.
Boring.
And yeah, it honestly, it was turned into a 4-hour game. Everybody but one person won. Because for the one person to win, he had to escape via escape pod, and nobody died. He didn't realize until the end that he should have started the self-destruct, because he was trying to be friendly with everybody. But other than that, everybody but 2 people, because one person was infected and died on the way back. Yeah. But they did extremely well.
Yeah.
They all but one were brand new players to the game. Yeah. They knew how to stick together to make less noise. They knew how, hey, we're going to be search heavy and item heavy this game. And, the only challenge that they had was maybe the queen. And that's just because every time they get her close to dying, she'd run away to she'd retreat. That happened to them 2 or 3 times. It was comical.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
And it got boring to me because I'm so used to Nemesis being a very high energy, high octane. Hey, you don't know who to trust. The first game we played, round 3, I tried to airlock her out the ship.
Real fast. Didn't work though. I escaped through a technical corridor.
Tried twice. Tried twice to get her ejected and just didn't work out.
And then even though my mission, I was nice and I did choose the cooperative mission. Well, mine could have gone either way. Look, my objectives were the ship makes it to Earth or you're the only survivor. So then I flipped the switch and just tried to kill him. Mostly I was just trying to kill him. The other 2 people were new. But it didn't work and I died. So.
But now, let's go ahead and move on to some other exciting stuff that came in.
Do Castles of Burgundy first?
Yes. Okay. I was about to say, so, this weekend, while we were at the convention, we had 2 big Kickstarters arrive. Okay.
One smaller.
One big one, one smaller. Yeah. This is the first time I've ever received a small box from Awakened Realms, mind you. But to be fair, it was because...
We already had the game.
Yeah, we already had Castles Burgundy Special Edition, so we did their add-on pledge, which that got me the terrain pack, both acrylic packs, as well as their game mat. So this came in...
yes.
This came in on what?
Wednesday?
Friday? Or
no, it's
Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday.
Yep. So this came in first, and I'll be doing an unboxing video for both of these Kickstarters. It's just, that's not going to be on live. I'm going to have different setup for the cameras. That's going to be a little more structured.
Hey, and then there's people watching.
Hey.
Neat. And the second one
I'll let you do this one.
was one of my very first bigger Kickstarters. It's actually the second Kickstarter I backed, and I guess it's the second one to arrive, not in order, though, was Dragon Eclipse from Awakened Realms, and it came in a massive, giant box, because I went all in with this one. So I've got the game, the playmat,
and off screen she has about...
I've got 5 or 6 more boxes.
6 more boxes.
I've got a card box holder, I've got terrain, I've got all of the expansions and all the different arenas, all of the player mats, the arena mats, and the no mistlings left behind, which is what I'm most excited about.
So Awakened Realms, doing Awakened Realms things, they did
Look
a
at all
vote
these cutie creatures.
For which mistling do you want included? If you want, I can bring it closer to the camera.
No, it's okay. I'm stacking this all up and I'm going to hide behind it.
And they had, so I didn't kickstart this one. This was all Bethany. Because I was like, oh, it's Awakened Realms. I love them.
Game, 1 to 2 player game.
Yep, and I was like, I think that's too much just for a 2-player game. Bethany loving dragons, as much as she does.
And all the little creatures.
Yep, this was right up her alley, and she immediately backed. But, so they did a vote for, hey, which Mistling do you want included? And they released all these cute little creatures, like the Elemental Wraith, and a few other things. And the one you voted for, did that win?
No. So I voted for Lear, this cutie little sad guy here.
Okay.
Little sad looking little fire droplet. And he did not win, but he was just too precious.
Yep, so...
Awaken Realms decided, hashtag no Mistlings left behind. And they made minis and cards and everything for all of the Mistlings that did not win their votes for the week.
Yep, so they had a new add-on to where, hey, all the Mistlings are included. And in all honesty, that was a brilliant, what is it, PR stunt?
Yeah.
That was a brilliant PR stunt by Awaken Realms.
It really was. And
so,
then I got the art book, so I can look at all my Mistlings in book form. I'm a dork.
I have all their art books, I'm pretty sure, except
know.
for maybe a couple, and I've opened them once.
Oh, watch me open this one nightly. It's going to be fine.
But no, yeah, these are the two big games. Like I said, we will be doing unboxing, and then I'm going to be starting up a series on reboxing. So, one thing that infuriates me most...
If you can condense this down to 2 boxes, I would love you forever.
My goal is 1 box, but yeah, I'll try 2 boxes.
Okay. I don't know if you can make it into 1 box. I haven't opened this big guy yet.
I don't like having to search for reboxing videos whenever there's a lot of games coming out that they give you all these components, all these bins with zero explanation of what goes where. And sometimes it's up, sometimes they're like, hey, do it however you feels best. Sometimes you have to go hunting through Kickstarter pages, YouTubes, Reddits, Board Game Geek to find something similar. Or sometimes you got to go through people playing on YouTube and then kind of seeing how they organize it. I'm going to be setting a series of videos where finding the best way to organize a game to where there's no lid lift, there's no pieces left out, it makes the most sense, and then doing a reboxing video starting from the bottom up, and then make sure it's chaptered to where, like, if you're trying to go back and forth with it, you can kind of go back to the right chapter,
just kind of make it
organize
easy
the
to
trade,
follow along.
and you at least have a good foundation.
I'm gonna break a nail trying to open this plastic. We're not opening it right now.
Yeah, we're not opening it right now.
Okay, fine.
But that's it for our Kickstarter arrivals. We do have the weekly fussings. I think I'm gonna pause on that one for now, though. Only because we're trying to keep this video a little bit shorter. We don't need it to be another 55-minute video.
That's fair.
And then we're going to start staging up for the unboxing videos. So thank you for joining us for our second episode. We're going to be looking to continue this on a weekly basis. It's going to be lives on Sundays on Instagram up until YouTube made it seem like we could do it on the YouTube, and then they put the whole 50 follower count. So if you're interested, please go like and follow us on YouTube as well. It's Fussy Meeple. And then once we can shift over to YouTube, we will shift over to YouTube Live as well. Yes. If you missed this episode, of course, I will be uploading it to YouTube a little bit later today. Sure. But hey, have a great day. Nice seeing everybody again.